These 13 Villanova students and alumni have agreed to be put to the ultimate test. Although they are separated geographically, they share the same goal: to become the sole survivor. They've been split into 2 tribes, each with 6 members. The Beige tribe is Team 1, Team 2 tribe, consisting of Pat, Frank, Sean, Matt, Jacob, and Siobhan.
So I feel really strongly about my tribe. It feels so good to be in a team with these people. Fly the Beige.
Literally, we're just better. Like, the game's over. We've already won.
These teams are not fair. We are simply too much. We are too powerful. We will run the table on the purple team, whatever their name is.
The Purple Tribe, Room 2 tribe, consists of Lexi, Allie, AJ, Justin, Owen, and Brad.
I think we got some brainiacs, and we got some people that have strengths.
We don't really know where people stand yet, so it's kind of hard to predict what people are going to do.
The survivor grind does not stop.
One player, the odd man out, began the game on Exile Island.
I am the exiled member of Villanova Zoom Survivor.
He will not start in a tribe and will join the first tribe to eliminate a member. In a stunning twist, those who are voted out will be given the opportunity to re-enter the game in the late stages. The players come together via the video communication platform Zoom, where they will compete in several virtual challenges. But in this game of twists and turns, they must learn to adapt or be voted out.
I'm not here to have fun, I'm here to win.
I still have a lot of adrenaline built up.
Fuck you, I know you're already planning on betraying me.
A lot of big moves are in the making.
Let's see if we can pull this off.
Who will outwit, outplay, and outlast all the rest? This is Survivor, Zoom Island. Welcome to Survivor Zoom Island. The players have been separated into 2 tribes, which have been named Team 1, Team 2, and Room 2. Very creative that both groups went for the same joke. Each week, the players will compete in an immunity challenge. The losing tribe must vote somebody out the following week. Eventually, after several rounds of tribe challenges, the players will merge into one tribe where the game will become individual. At that point, it's every man for himself. The final 3 players remaining will be put to the test by a jury consisting of those who have been voted out of the game. The jury will then elect the winner of Survivor Zoom Island. In the first immunity challenge, the players were tasked with memorizing series of shapes and numbers. Whichever team recreated the series correctly won a point. The first tribe to win 5 points won immunity. After a contentious matchup, Team 1, Team 2 won immunity, and now Room 2 must vote out a member of their tribe. They have a week to figure out who that person will be.
So I feel really strongly about my tribe, honestly. I'm really grateful with how it ended up with, Pat, I have a great relationship with. Frank, I have a great relationship with. Ridiculum. Siobhan, have a good relationship with. Ridiculum. And Matt, I've never spoken to, but I can already feel that he's a trustworthy guy, that I'm going to do well with him in the game. Sean, strong player, strong component to the team, and honestly, I trust him so much. It feels so good to be in a team with these people. I feel the strength already, to be honest. This might be kind of a gullible thing to say, but I don't feel any cracks forming. I genuinely don't feel anything. We killed it in the challenge, and I feel sorry for the other tribe, honestly, and they just don't feel as connected. They feel a little more fractured.
Hello, this is my attempt at a Zoom confessional. I have not watched the show. I'm not sure what these look like. First off, what a comeback. That was something. I did not think we were going to win that, and we did.
It's going to be a slaughter. Got a bit close, but didn't want to make them feel too bad after week 1. And, just reverse sweep. I can't imagine what that's done to their mentality. And I can't wait to see who gets voted off. Fly the Beige.
These teams are not fair. We are simply too much. We are too powerful. We will run the table on the purple team, whatever their name is, and they will lose all of their members one by one. I'm sure of it.
So, first impressions when I saw who was on my tribe, just literally, we're just better. Like, the game's over. We've already won. I will be shocked if at least 2 of the final 3 do not come from Team 1, Team 2.
So after that first challenge, we basically, the whole tribe hopped onto just a group FaceTime, so we're all getting on the same page. You know, we want to fly the beige, we want to stay beige strong. At least that's what I'm saying to people. I've made some deals on the other side. I'm working very closely with Brad. We're looking out for each other. So right now, we're all acting like we're like one big, you know, happy tribe, all working together. But I've talked to both Sean and Siobhan, and they're both down to work together. My overall strategy for this game is I want to set myself to be in the middle as much as possible, because I know I have to bring my threat level down as much as I can. Everyone knows that I'm gonna play really hard, and I'm a big Survivor nerd.
So we made it through the first challenge. It was stressful. It was really stressful for me. I came down to it in the final round. I was praying that it didn't come down to me and Lexi in the final round, because, you know, all the pressure was on me. And then in the first round, I sort of screwed up majorly. So I knew that if I failed in that last round, I mean, odds are I would have gotten voted out. I mean, I would have made my arguments to wiggle my way in there still. I would have tried, but it would have been hard to make my way out of. So it was a lot of relief when I came through in the end and brought our team in the win. I was proud of Tribe Team 1, Team 2 for going from having nothing to a clean sweep.
Okay, so the idol clue got sent out last night, and I've been trying to figure out what it means all morning.
I did a lot of ChatGPT work to decipher what the code may have been, and it was, you know, it didn't help actually in the slightest. I think that I'm right. I would be surprised if I wasn't, but it seems like someone got to it before me, so I'm a little bit scared about that.
I think I might have actually just cracked it, so I wrote it all down. So the answer should be 130, and I'm hoping that I'm right, and I get an idol. And if I don't get the idol with this answer, I think that means someone else has it.
I solved Miguel's math problem, you can all see here. Took me about 3 minutes. The immunity idol is mine, and I am hopefully entering into an alliance with Pat and Siobhan if all 3 of us are on board. Everything is lining up pretty much perfectly. I'm gonna regret saying this later when I get eliminated 2 weeks from now.
I was really excited because I thought I figured out the idol clue, and I was right. But Frank figured it out faster than me. So I texted Frank, you know, hey, you figured out the idol clue, have you made any progress on that? Frank just immediately texts me back, yeah, I have the idol. So this is great for me, because the fact that he was willing to just tell me that straight up tells me that I'm probably his like number 1 or number 2 ally. So he's honestly like shooting up my priority rankings. I think I definitely made the right choice by agreeing to align with him. So I think, you know, if things stand, myself, him, Sean, and Siobhan could be a really strong 4 to work through these next couple of rounds.
Hello, I am Andrew. I am the exiled member of Villanova Zoom Survivor. I know that this is a virtual game, but somehow my exile island ended up being the Grand Canyon. There it is. I'd like to be on a tribe now, please.
I'll admit, not the way I wanted to start Survivor. You know, loss not too great to start, but you know, it was a close game. Can't really fault anyone. That got difficult at the end there. So close yet so far.
Okay, balancing my phone on a plant right now, so hopefully it doesn't fall down. I'm on the room 2 tribe, and we lost after being up, I think it was 4-1, and I was like doing the math, and I'm like, shit, if this goes to a tie, I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. And I thought I could win, and then I lost. So our tribe is going to tribal council. Immediately, Brad and I set up an alliance, and I feel pretty good about that. Justin, also the next day, he brought up to me that he wants to work with me, and he also brought up to me that he has the idol.
Just not looking forward to voting out, just because first week, you know, kind of hurt getting someone out this early. As much as we don't want that to happen, it's gonna happen. But whoever gets voted out, which, I mean, it could be me, room 2 gets Mister, and I mean, I think that's a great pickup.
Our first thought was like, okay, Mister is going to be joining our tribe after this vote, so let's get Owen out, because Owen is an obvious person for Mister to work with. And so when Justin said he wants to work with me, I was like, great, awesome. And then I assumed that he was going to want to keep Owen and want to vote out somebody else. Just because, you know, they're roommates, like they're probably going to be working together. Then Justin, before I even brought up what I was thinking, mentions how he'd want to get Owen out because it's an obvious pairing with Mister. And I was like, interesting. So I was like, so what have you told Owen? Like, are you guys working together? Like, whatever. He said, like, oh, I just told Owen I'm going to vote out AJ, whatever. So I was like, I would love to believe Justin. And I did, originally. And I was talking to Brad, and he was like, well, if Justin has the idol, what if he's just trying to see what the plan is, assumes the plan is going to be Owen because it's an obvious vote, and then plays the idol for Owen and gets one of us out. And I was like, ooh, that's a good point. So I'm like, it almost feels too easy to just vote Owen out.
Well, I'm still in exile. I'm now just in the hotel of the Grand Canyon. I have already gotten some offers for alliances from people who are not even on my tribe. Jacob has offered an alliance, so personally, I don't think that there isn't anything wrong with nodding along to it, although I don't think I'm going to take it seriously unless I find it to be a lifeboat at some point. Patrick has said that he wants the real Survivor fans to get in deep. While he is also not on the tribe I'm on, I appreciate that. On my actual tribe, I have a few people that I want to work with if they can make it. I definitely want to work with Owen and Justin. I also think people like Brad and Lexi could be very useful, people that I have solid relationships and I think could trust me. I think the key play for me right now is I want my number one ally to be Lexi, and it's kind of hard to set that up if she gets voted out right now. Patrick, Sean, Lexi, and myself have a group chat that was made from a few years ago, and we don't chat a lot in there, but every once in a while we'll put in the Travis Scott auto-tune falling off the stage, and that's a form of communication. And I want to, in person, talk with them and propose to them that if the 4 of us can get to the finish, or at least the merge, to ride that 4 to the final 4.
I have no idea what's going on the Room 2 tribe, but I did have the chance to briefly get in touch with none other than Andrew Mister last night. I basically just shot him a text saying hey, don't think too hard about the game right now. You're on vacation, you're on exile, you don't have anything to worry about. But even though we're not going to be on the same tribe coming back in, I would really like to see us both be able to go far. We're obviously probably the 2 biggest fans of the show playing. We've both applied to be on the real show. So I feel like if there's anyone who I want to play with, it would be him. I'd love for him to get to the merge. So we have the chance to play together. Do I have an ulterior motive here? Absolutely I do. Andrew's probably the only person who on a pure game level is a clear bigger threat than I am. So if I can go into the merge without being a clear target, that would be awesome. The hardest part is just dealing with the fact that I kind of have to lay low a little bit. I really want to play this game hard because that's just the most fun way to do it. But when it comes down to it, I'm not going to tribal anytime soon. And so I don't want people to get freaked out if I play too hard, try to strategize too much. So I mean, there is nothing I'd like to do more than just make a group chat with me, Sean, Siobhan, and Frank and be like, this is the majority, whenever we do go to tribal, we can decide if we're taking out Matt or Jacob. But I can't do that yet, I don't think, because I don't want to seem too eager. I just got off a FaceTime with Andrew, and oh boy, was that a productive conversation. He basically just opens right up saying, yeah, I want the Final Four to be Yumi, Sean, and Lexi. Absolute music to my ears, because that's pretty much what I wanted the Final Four to be, minus Brad, who I think Andrew looks at as maybe our 5th right now. I would like to get Brad into the Final Four, because if I have Brad and Andrew in the Final Four, I think that's 2 people who might actually be willing to take me to the end. I also learned that he does not really want to play with Siobhan. I think they're just going to target each other because that's the kind of relationship they have. They're just competitive. They're going to clown on each other, which is also great for me to hear because it means that they'll go after each other before either of them thinks about going after me.
Mr. texted me that he wanted to work with me if I survived the vote. Apparently he also texted Brad and Justin the same thing. So I'm like, I'm not trusting Mr. when he gets, like, yeah, like, to an extent I might. See, that's the thing, that's hard. Like, all these people I trust in real life with anything. So it's like difficult to be like, okay, but like, can I trust them in a survivor sense? You know what I mean? So that's the thing with Mr. I'm like, sure, I would work with him, but it's just like, I don't, if he's texting everybody, I want to work with you, then I don't know if that's like the smartest thing. Pat has reached out to me from the other tribe. Obviously, Sean is someone who I would, you know, do anything for in general, so I don't think that would change in Survivor. I think that we just need to see how a few votes go before I set anything in stone.
In like 8th grade, I was supposed to get glasses, but I chose not to because I didn't want to be a nerd.
All right, so we're here at homecoming. It's been a great time, you know, seeing everyone. Haven't seen a lot of these people in a really long time. But obviously the most important and my favorite part of homecoming is all of the strategizing that has happened. So last night I had a good conversation with Sean and Lexi about how we want to go far. We want to take Brad to the Final Four. I trust Mr., but I don't think the full group does, so we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Definitely a little sus of Mr. saying he's willing to turn on Siobhan. I'm just not sure I buy that. And then tonight I had a good talk with Frank and Matt. Matt is just doing a good strategy laying low. He's got some good information on the other side. It seems like all signs point to Owen or Justin going home, so I guess we'll see if that actually ends up happening. I feel like I'm in a good spot, and I'm sure that will come back to bite me.
Here's the deal right now. Frank asked me to be in an alliance, and so did Patrick. I don't trust the 2 of them as far as I can throw them, which wouldn't be particularly far. Actually, no, Patrick's kind of like a little javelin, so I think that would work. But I don't trust them, and I feel like a betrayal is going to come from the one of the 2 of them. Frank and Pat, fuck you. I know you're already planning on betraying me.
So my plan is to vote out Owen. For many reasons. 1, I don't know him very well. Number 2, he's friends with Andrew Mister, and Andrew Mister is taking place of whoever gets out, so I figured might as well leave Andrew Mister with no close allies. Number 3, we ran into Owen tonight, and he didn't really say hi to me personally, so therefore I took that as the go-ahead to hopefully get him out of the game.
So I heard that you.
Yeah, keep going.
Yes. And I don't disagree.
Hey.
You know, the car was it was pretty tight on entry, start of the run. You know, built free over the run, so crew chief's got to change that up to help me on the long run there. It's going to be long green flag runs here throughout the race, so yeah, it should be good for 500 miles tomorrow. You know, we'll see what the race brings.
I'm in Washington, D.C. right now for my job, but the survivor grind does not stop. I'm getting prepared to vote off Owen. I've never spoken to him in my life, so it seems like he should be the first to go. And he had the opportunity to speak to me at homecoming weekend when I ran into him on the street, but he didn't say hi. So at that moment, he sealed his fate. So I think this first decision will be the easiest of this game.
The real, tricky thing here is how much I can trust Justin. Outside of Survivor, I trust Justin with my life, okay? Okay, no dispute there. But in Survivor, I need to see if I can trust him, and seeing if I can trust him might get me voted out if I can't.
Welcome to your first tribal council. So I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. We'll maybe get a little discussion going. Who knows? Whatever you guys want to do. But then we will vote, and the first person will be voted out of the game and will become the first member of the jury. So to start us off, I'll start off with Justin here. Justin, a lot of people, in this game are friends. There's a lot of different combined friend groups, but how much of this game do you think will be based on established relationships, or do you think we're going to see some unlikely alliances here?
Established relationships are definitely a leg up that some people might have going into this game, because you have that prior knowledge of that person, a nice close bond that you've grown. So it should be interesting, but I think people need to maybe look out for some pairings that maybe they haven't been looking for, I guess, because I feel like those are the ones that might come back and bite you.
AJ, do you think seeing everybody at homecoming this past weekend made an impact on how this vote's gonna turn out?
It did. Do I need to elaborate?
You can, or you don't have to. You can leave it at that.
I will not elaborate.
Okay, great. Lexi, you had quite a unique experience there. What was going through your mind during that challenge?
I thought we were in a really good place, and then once we had that big lead and it started diminishing, I was doing a little bit of math, and I was like, if this goes to a tiebreaker, it's gonna be me. And I don't know, I was really disappointed. I really thought I could do it, and I was close. I wasn't completely out of it, but it was frustrating that we didn't end up winning. But with something like that, it was really anyone's game.
Brad, you lose the challenge, and now you gotta vote somebody out. What do you base today's vote on?
Jeff, it's easy to come into this game with a preconceived notion of who you want out and who you want to stick with you, but sometimes the gameplay really has an effect on what the tribe wants to do moving forward. So all options are on the table, but I feel pretty confident that we are prepared and that I'll be on the right side of the vote.
Oh, and lastly, I want to go to you. After this vote out, this tribe will have a new member in Andrew Mister. What do you make of that?
Oh, I think it rocks. I think Andrew Mister is a great addition to any tribe. Does it suck that one of us has to leave in order to gain him? Yeah, but I think he'll be a great addition for those that are sticking around.
All right. And with that, it is time to vote. Everybody, please text me individually who your vote is for. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Jeff, hold on 1 second. I just wanted to say I hope you're having a great night.
I am having a great night. Thank you, Brad.
What the fuck?
All right, I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Here we go. First vote, Owen. Second vote, AJ. That's 1 vote Owen, 1 vote AJ. Owen. That's 2 votes Owen, 1 vote AJ. Owen. 3 votes Owen, 1 vote AJ. First person voted out of Survivor Zoom Island and the first member of our jury is Owen. Owen, the tribe has spoken.
Oh, and I was literally giving you a salute.
Next time on Survivor.
Justin is much closer friends with Owen than he is with me, so it doesn't make sense that he would vote out Owen instead of me.
Now Pat and I are running the show.
Jacob is absolutely still on the bottom.
Our entire tribe, apart from one person, was at Lexi's party. There were 5 of us there, one of us wasn't.
This is the paranoia. The paranoia gets to you. Is there any shot that they're all trying to make a move on me?